Welcome to another Flying Brian Show rock review. This time I'm going to talk about a band that I've liked for a really long time. I've been a fan of this band since I think I was a sophomore in high school. I'm not exactly sure. But the band that I'm talking about is Shinedown. We're going to talk about their fifth studio album, which is Threat to Survival. Albums that they've put out before this one were Leave a Whisper in 2003, Us and Them 2005, The Sound of Madness 2008, Amaryllis 2012, and right now, Threat to Survival was released on September the 18th, 2015. It was recorded on Ocean Way Recordings and Capitol Studio under the label Atlantic. The guys who are responsible for making this piece of musical art are Brett Smith, vocals, Zach Myers, guitar and backing vocals, Barry Kirch, drums and percussion, and Eric Bass. He played the bass, piano, and backing vocals. Now, before I get into talking about each song individually, it needs to be known that I am a fan of Shinedown. I have been for a long time, like I said. I was probably like a sophomore in high school the first time I heard a song of theirs. First one I heard was 45. The context of the song and Brett Smith's voice really captivated me. And then I heard Shinedown's cover of Simple Man, and that blew me away as well. But one thing that annoyed me with that song is people that were my age were like, hey, have you heard that new Shinedown song? The new Shinedown song's really, really awesome. You gotta hear it. And I'm like, no, do not say that, because that is false. It is not a new Shinedown song. It is an old Lynyrd Skynyrd song. And my thoughts on covers is that in order to appreciate the new cover, you have to first respect the original. And I respect Lynyrd Skynyrd's original version of Simple Man, but I do love Shinedown's cover of it. Other songs that I love from them are Save Me, The Sound of Madness. I liked The Crow and the Butterfly for a while until top 40 radio stations played it into the ground. So I've been a fan. We got that out of the way. Now I'm going to talk about each track individually. Then at the end, I will let you know what I thought of the album as a whole. I will put a grade on it from A to F and 1 to 100. I will tell you if I think that you should buy this album, and I will rank it among the rest of Shinedown's discography. So getting started right here on a 40-minute and 17-second long 11-track record. We've got Asking for It. The opening track, it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. Distorted rhythmic guitar brings us in, and at first, Brett Smith's voice has some distortion put to it as well. The initial sound makes it back a few times during the course of the song. There's a bit of synthesizer in this jam. As far as the lyrics go, I was asking for more. Most of the time, the guitar is a bit muted and repetitive. The lyrics are repetitive. Nothing really stands out about this song other than Brent's amazing vocals. Track number 2, it was a single that was released off of this album back in June 29th of 2015. Cut the Cord. Starts off with some gypsy flute and some really muted bongo style percussion. The song quickly picks up to some classic alternative metal / hard rock aspects that we know and love from Shinedown. Compared to the last song, the lyrics are a lot more in-depth and lengthy. Brett Smith yells for the most part of the song, but there are moments where he tones it down before the heavy stuff comes right back. This is the best song on this record. Track number 3, State of My Head. The song was also released to the public before the rest of the album dropped. The drums and vocals are the best part. That's going to be a theme that's going to go throughout this album and probably throughout every Shinedown album ever. Brent Smith's vocals are phenomenal. Second to none, probably. The song has a real top 40 feel to it. I almost think that the state of their heads was to play it safe with this song. Nothing captivates me about this song or makes it memorable. Very minimal, if any, guitar in this jam. Which, how the heck are you about to make a rock song without guitar being a big part? There are some electronic aspects that remind me of Linkin Park, and the lyrics are repetitive. Track number 4, Outcast. I want to start out by reading this lyric. I'm going to outlast every outcast. Do outcasts normally last a long time? I'm not really sure that I understand this lyric. I don't like the high-pitched sound that happens in the left channel of this track. It's repetitive and annoying. A guitar solo happens at about 2:15. That is some simple tremolo guitar picking. Again, it seems like they played it safe on this song, and they played it safe on the whole album, really. I can appreciate the force Smith brings with his vocals, but I don't think that the instrumentals are on his level. Track number 5, How Did You Love? The track opens with some electronic rock, and Brent Smith uses some clean vocals. It has a fun groove, it has lengthy lyrics. I love the blending of Smith's powerful lead vocals with some backing vocals from Zach Myers and Eric Bass. Track number 6, it all adds up. I'm going to be straight with you. The majority of the beginning of this track reminds me of modern day country music. Finally, at about a minute, they let us know that they're still a rock band, but something about this entire song gives me a little bit of a hillbilly vibe, and I don't like it. Just assume for now that I say something about Brett Smith's vocals on every track from here on out. The drum work on the song is impressive, but you remember that high-pitched sound that I talked about a couple of tracks ago? There it is again. In my left ear. Yeah, it's back in this song. I hate it. Track number 7, Oblivion. Starts with some slow piano and Southern gospel choir humming. This song seems to be about loss of life. This is crazy to say, but up until now on this album, I've been missing the dark vibe, and this song delivers on that. The backing vocals are distorted, and acoustic guitar makes an appearance just over the midway point of the song that I enjoyed. Track number 8, Dangerous. I find the track and the lyrics to be ironic because I feel like they really played it safe with this track once again, and also on the entire album. I enjoy the tone that Smith uses at the beginning of the song alongside some simple piano and some more complex drums. The song slowly builds until about 45 seconds where everything picks up. At face value, this song is entertaining, but when I think about it in depth, there's just something missing about it. Track number 9, Thick as Thieves. Piano and some background vocals start the song off. Smith comes and goes for a bit while telling a story with some chilled out instruments. At about 1 minute, everything turns up, but that comes and goes. There is an acoustic guitar used for the majority of the song, which I usually think is a plus, and is the case once again here. The song has some great elements, but it doesn't wow me. Track number 10, Black Cadillac. Common theme throughout this record happens again. The song starts chilled out, then goes to heavy rock, then changes its mind again and goes back to some chilled out stuff, and so on. Everything just goes back and forth. There is once again some church gospel style humming in the background. The best breakdown on the entire record happens at about the 2-minute mark of this particular jam, Black Cadillac. After that, though, the chorus happens for about the last 45 seconds of the song. Track number 11, and the last track that I'm going to be talking about, because where I'm from, there wasn't a deluxe version of the album available. I guess there was a Japanese bonus tracks, Never Gonna Let Go and Reject, but I live in America, so I didn't get those. Misfits rounds off the 11. If there was a deluxe version that I could have purchased, I definitely would have got that. I usually say that if there is a deluxe version available, always go deluxe. It's like $1, $2 more. Just snag it up. Why not? The last song on the album starts with some electronic rock with synth. That is what the first minute and a half consists of. A piano joins in at about 30 seconds. Drums join in at about 45 seconds. Everything that is happening in the song is chilled out, and it is that way for the entire 4 minutes and 5 seconds of the song. Now let's talk about the album as a whole. I feel like Shinedown, as they've been aging, they've been losing their edge. Perhaps they're happier people, which, great. that's all well and good, but it's not making their music any better. This is the most calm and least captivating album I've ever heard from Shinedown. Throughout the record, I felt like they're playing it safe. At least lyrically and instrumentally. At the same time, I felt the emotion that Brent Smith was trying to evoke with his vocals wasn't being matched by the instrumentals or even his own lyrics. The band said that they wanted to do something different with this album, and they don't seem to have very good things to say to people who don't like the new things that they're doing with this album. I don't like this record. I kind of regret buying this record. And it's not for a lack of trying. I listen to the album over and over and over like I normally do. I listen to it lifting weights. I listen to it while I'm on my way to work. I listen to it while just sitting here and listening very intently. I just don't like it. It's too soft. It's missing the hard rock vibes from Shinedown that I loved in the past. And this album gets a C- or a 70 out of 100 in my book. Let me know what you think of Threat to Survival by Shinedown, the 5th studio album from this band. Let me know what you think of my take on it. Be sure to tune in to me on Twitter. I am at Flying Brian Show, and please hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Namaste.